difference between a psychopath and a sociopath? These labels describe the volatile personality types on the planet. They're impulsive, they're selfish, and they don't think twice about hurting other people. At least, that's what most people. Hey everyone, and welcome to Top Point. Today we're going to learn about psychopaths, sociopaths, and the dark triad. Now let's begin. What's the difference between a psychopath and a sociopath? These labels describe the volatile personality.
Volatile personalities, the paranoid, volatile personalities that are all around. They watch every movement, they're paranoid completely. In other words, they're like Terminators scouring the environment for every little thing that a human being does. They see everything as taking from their power, their attention, their admiration. You could be on the street in a very bad way, as many humans may well be. And I know this myself. But they will see your every action as taking from them, even if you are much worse off than them. Supposing you were in bad health and you were struggling, they will see that as you trying to get attention over them for being sick, or they think that because they stage everything and because their life revolves around admiration, attention and power, and getting energy from other people any way they can. Basically, they assume that a human being is the same, but if they scour the environment, they see a human being and they see you just innocently getting about your own business, they will scrutinise you to such an extent. You know, they'll watch you and scrutinise your every movement down to minute details, and naturally they will find something that they see as a threat. Because they will misinterpret your actions. But also it is true. In other words, you as a human being, because you are a positive or more happy type, or want to be happy, you will come across as different, if you are allowed to be in your natural state, than the psychopathic android beings that are all around. You will, they will see reason that you have the potential. I said had noticed because that's how I feel myself, but have the potential to become happier, and therefore you would naturally be giving out an energy that other real humans will be attracted to. But what I'm saying is, this is why it's an unwinnable situation for a human being, because if they are scouring the environment for a human and they can spot a human straight away, then they analyse that human down to its minute details. They're already anticipating on the details that they see, even though you really are not really deliberately or even obviously posing a problem to them. Like I say, they will misinterpret and see everything you do as trying to garner some sort of limelight, some sort of power from them. Because they are not human, they see even silly human actions that another normal human wouldn't take too much notice of, which are perfectly normal, as more interesting and more exaggerated to them than what they actually are. And so then they target you and try to suppress those things and try to make you the opposite to what you really are, because then you will not attract another real life human being. and you therefore then are suppressed, and you may as well be dead, like the dead dark spirits, the android technical beings, are from a human standpoint. This is all only from a human standpoint. Remember this. They are a different species, a different type, a different, created differently, you know, brought into existence in a different way. Everything about them is what you'd call more technical and artificial. It's like what you really have in this reality is like what some people would call artificial type of intelligence, just running amok everywhere. In other words, because if you've got the numbers, if you've got vast majority that are of that personality type or that type of being, they protect and cover for one another, and they've got the numbers, so they can behave in ways like if you have most people on the street actually patrolling and stalking human beings, but because they are the majority on the street, it's not like you can go to authorities and say, hey, I'm being stalked. It's not like if you were stalked by an ex-partner or something and you could say, I knew this person, I know this person, they won't leave me alone, they're patrolling and stalking day in and day out, night and day, etc. All this sort of stuff. You can't do that, because if it is most people that are around and they are covering for one another, even though they may not have any real affiliation to these people. Some of them may, you know, but they protect one another even though they have no real feelings for one another, because, you know, they're artificial beings, so they don't experience the higher human vibrations or emotions or feelings, no. But they will cover one another in order to keep doing what they do. You know, while they can still do what they're doing, you know, they protect one another, just like this workforce outside. You know, they are all together, even if they were real, even if they were just real human beings that, say, had a grudge against me. See how as soon as I open the door, that orange truck has come and pulled out in front of me. How many times do I have to show this? 4 days in a row I think I've filmed it, and this happens because I didn't know I was going to come to the door. I did not know. I was just talking there and showing that on the TV, and I was going to film the excessive loud noise, but the minute I got the mobile they turned the sound down. This is not as noisy as what it was, say, 20 minutes ago, or before I turned the mobile, and I don't know how long I've been speaking into the mobile. But also I really need to go outside to show you how loud it vibrates through the house, because the mobile isn't picking up the noise as loud as my ears. Also, the plane is going over now too. I might just show it if I can, but I don't know if I can. I can't get the door open, but it's stuck. But you know, that they turn the sound up and down according to where you are and, you know, what they want to show. So essentially I've lost my train of thought, you see. I've completely lost my train of thought. And I'm feeling intimidated because they might be able to hear me. But what I'm saying is I've been desensitised to sound too, or sensitised to sound. I should be desensitised to sound, but I'm sensitised to sound. So there's two walking up here, just up the street. They'll get into that van in front. Yes, see, I'm not wrong. These two in front will get right into that van in front. And I should just, and this one here that's walking down, just crossing their path in front, looks like a lady with a hat. She's crossed the path of those two that are getting in the van right in front. They come up from down the street. They come from nowhere because there's nothing down there. But basically it's all staged because that van is actually part of a liquor store that's down the road. That's because every single thing in Leichhardt is part of this program. Every single building, every single shop, every single person. There may be there could be 1 or 2 other humans in this entire suburb like myself, that would be about all. And that is not just a population of 15,000, but all these work people that come in and swarm around you every day, literally, even though it may not appear very obvious. They are from they don't live in Leichhardt. See how this van just pulled out in front, but there's no reason for it to be parked there because there's nothing there. It's a liquor van from down the road. Yeah, see? And see how it'll stall and pull around and do its manoeuvre right in front? I'm just showing this is just part of it, and this is only minor. But it goes on day in and day out, every single moment of the day and night. The daytime gives them more scope for noise, really loud noise, although I have had work being done even down the end of the street at midnight and 2 in the morning on occasion when if they really think you're getting into a better mood, deliberately trying to make yourself into a better mood, they will then not break their own rules, but they will break the normal rules, yes, and say, oh, we've got to do this emergency road work just near her. We've got to do it, you know. And either way, you know, it's all like council and stuff, so, or, you know, the powers that be that control the entire city and even the entire country for that matter, so it wouldn't matter what time it was if they really want to push it. But they don't push it too far in case, like I remember when they did push it, when they were doing road work just down the end there, and the noise was through the house at 2 or 3 in the morning. And I know that before they demolished the place where some younger people were living, they actually told me that they actually told me, even though I wasn't friendly with them, they actually mentioned to me that they had complained about the noise because it was like at 2 o'clock in the morning when they had to get up for work. Whereas I sort of said, well, it's noisy all day and as well. And they're like, we're not interested in the daytime noise because we're out at that time. But they did object because, you know, but anyway, I'm sorry that this mobile isn't filming the pictures very clearly, but and the sound may not be picking up either. It's not real clear, unfortunately. I noticed that. You have to get really close to get clear images. Look, see how it's coming in front of me again? As long as I stay here, it'll do this. Look. See how it's stopping in front of me? Where my eyes are. Don't forget, this is where my eyes are. If my eyes were in another direction, it will move in that direction. You know, that's how it works. Here comes another van in, another van, another van. See how this van? Look, it'll pull right up in front. There's no reason for this van to pull up in front. That no one lives there. There's only one person next door. Look, the car is pulling out right in front opposite. There's no one living over there. That house is vacant. It wouldn't matter because everyone that lives next door and around is all part of the program, you know. Some of them stay quiet at different times, you know, and then they combine with one activity after another. It's a joint effort. Anyway, I'm running out of space.